Alright, good afternoon everyone. I've got all the accessories ready and we're going to be setting this up. So in this video I'll be showing you a step-by-step on how to assemble a guitar from scratch. So in this video we'll be setting up a guitar neck, we'll be installing the tuners, the string trees and whatever we need on this. So what I have here is a Warmoth guitar neck in a beautiful AAA flamed. And it already came installed with the Tusq Nut, so we are not going to be doing the installation of the nut today. Alright, so what I have here is the Planet Waves auto trim tuners. It's my first time using this tuner, but from what I read online, it's a very sweet tuner. So what you do is, once you install it, you pull the strings through, and when you tighten the tuning pegs, it just cuts off the excess string, so you don't have to snip the strings off yourself. So it's something very convenient, and the gold color matches all the hardware that I'll be using for this guitar. So this drill bit will be used to install the screws over here, and for the string trees as well. But for the string trees, we're going to be installing it last, because if you install it now and you actually misalign the strings, it's going to be very problemsome. Yeah. So we install this last after you attach the strings. You string it up, get the guitar all set up. This will be the last thing that you do. You align it with the strings, press it down, mark the spot and drill the hole. So we're not going to be installing this at the moment. So let's begin. So the first thing we're going to be doing is just fitting the tuners in. So I got this neck, the tuner hole drill exactly the size for Planet Waves, so it's a perfect fit over here. You're going to need to mark the hole over here so that you know exactly where to drill. Now you're going to try to align them as straight as possible, so you can see everything fits perfectly here. So it's just a little trick for you if you're needing to align tuners like that. Press the tuners down and just go around the circle of the hole. Now whenever you're doing all this, you don't want to rush, because the moment you mark a wrong hole and drill a wrong hole, that's it. On a cheap guitar you can just use wood fillers to fill up the holes, but you know, it's always best to do it right the first time. This is Peanut, my little helper. So we've marked the holes over here, and now we're going to be drilling them in. A little tip to prevent yourself from drilling all the way through the neck, because you have to know exactly where you want to stop, right? So you get the screws, get the screw in, and you can see just roughly how much thread you want to measure it. So over here it measures 7 millimeters. So it's an 8mm screw. What you can do, you get your drill bit, you measure up 7 mm up from here, 7 millimeters. Why does it suddenly sound like Filipinos 7 millimeters? Okay, sorry, I love Filipinos. Okay, relax. I'm gonna piece out like this, and you just paste this right above the 7mm line. So it's just a very neat trick if you need to know where to stop drilling, to prevent yourself from drilling through the whole neck. And whenever you're drilling, you want to be able to hold it down properly. Right? And for my case, I'm going to be using my dear fiancé to help me clamp the neck down. Peanut, be careful. Once again, you just want to drill until you hit this over here. When you're going down, you just want to make sure you're not pressing down too hard, because you might bend the drill bit or you might force it a bit out of the way. So just let the weight of the drill, just push it down bit by bit. I'm going to speed up this process. Okay, always remember to lock your drill. So now we want to install the washers in the nut. Usually, most of the time, there's a flat side and a slightly more polished, rounded side. So you always want to have the flat side facing downwards, because you want the nicer side to be facing up. When you do this, you don't have to tighten it. You don't have to really tighten it too much, because you just want to finger tighten everything. And you only want to tighten this nut here after you screw on the hole at the back. Okay, after you screw on the hole at the back, then you tighten this. since I already have a hole here, just now what I was saying earlier is you can just do the hand tightening. Use this to push everything in place, and then you just use the pencil to mark all the circles where you need to drill. Yeah, that's what I should have done earlier. It's much better, but we still got the same results anyway. It'd be much easier if you do it like this. So all I'm doing is just tightening the stuff over here. Okay, so I got them to pretty much where they are. All I want to do now is just kind of angle the tuners exactly where I want them to be. Alright, now that we got the back of the screws screwed on, everything is in line. You can double check it. Just the next step after you got this screwed in, you can now tighten the nuts over here. Once you tighten this guy is ready to go. That's it. It's as simple as that. And just remember, the string trees are always the last to go on. You only do it after you get all the strings on there, so you can align it. Hope you guys learned something, or share some tips with me if you have any. Alright, thank you.